Bitch, I'm in the
Mark, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think you got something for Sanaya. Hey, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Queenin. With me always.
I'm Mark, and you know, I should have changed that up a little bit, but I just reused the same intro. I liked the song. I liked how it turned out. I should have added more of, you know, the Prince and the Evil Queen. But, you know.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're going to be on the show tonight, right?
Are you sure?
I mean, hey, listen, you told me, hey, you heard of a guy named Tristan Nokes? I was like, yeah, he was in that movie, Death of Snow White. Then you said, hey, how about Chelsea? Do you know who Chelsea is? I said, which one? And you said Chelsea Edmundson. I said, yeah, I know who that is. She's the Evil Queen. And you said, yeah, they're going to be on the show tonight at 7 o'clock.
See, we've had Snow White. We've had some of the dwarfs. We've had Jason Brooks, we've had Peter Anthony, we've had Cody Newton. So I figure, what the hell? You told me to
What's
go
up,
get
Wes?
you told me to go get the Queen, and I said, okay, if I'm going to get the Queen, I'm going to get the Prince too. Might as well. So I'm going to bring him on.
Right on. I don't know, guys. I think he's really got something for Sanaya. That's
I
That was
reused it.
that was quite the introduction.
Extremely. I was like, I didn't know they were using old footage.
Yes, I had made that for when Sinai was on in December, and we used a band called Inside the Trojan Horse, who did that song, and it fit perfect with when we did it a little bit. So he told me, Brian said, "Well, expand it out some more, and let's see what you can come up with." So I just reused it.
Still gnarly.
well, guys. I am super excited to have y'all on the show tonight, whether Mark is or not. I really appreciate great acting, and I'm literally going to turn it over to you guys tonight. This is your show. We're just going to kind of moderate and ask a few questions. Obviously, the audience will hopefully jump in and ask a few questions to you all as well. So, Tristan, welcome to Talking Shit. Chelsea, welcome to Talking Shit. First time?
Yes, and sorry, I just need to say hi to Tristan. Hi, baby.
Hey, Chels. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, baby?
I was like, where's our introductions?
I miss you.
I miss you too, girl.
So,
see,
listen, is there going to be a part 2 to this movie so you guys don't have to miss each other? Can you make
they haven't said yet.
I mean, it is rumored.
That's a Jason and Naomi question. They're brilliant, creative,
We'll get
gothic
it out.
fantasy minds.
We'll get it out of them. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And let us know because we want more.
I know.
jobs.
I'm like, please. Put me under the contract.
Well, from what I read, I mean, the movie made it to the East Coast now. So, I mean, that's a
Oh,
plus.
really?
Yeah, it's I don't want to say exactly. I think it's Massachusetts because it went from
Oh.
Washington to Arizona to I believe it was Massachusetts.
That's cool.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm waiting
begging for it to come to Texas. I'm like, please, please.
Yeah, we're waiting for it to come to Florida.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to New York. I want to do New York.
Yeah.
If it goes to New York, you got to show up in
Should I do a song?
you got to show up in Times Square.
Yes.
You got to show up in Times Square in costume. If that happens.
Oh, that would be cool.
That'd be
Tristan and
sick.
I would super love that.
Yeah.
We would both
guys-
go for the costume in Times Square. Like, don't give us a stage.
I gotta know how you guys found your way into this particular film with Jason and Naomi.
Chelsea is just awesome and got recommended.
Is that right?
I'm just a smidge older, been around the block.
You know,
Tristan got it on totally his own merit. He just was the best.
Well, Tristan's got the young Jason Brooks look to him, I think.
really, a lot of people say that I look like Val Kilmer.
Yes.
There you go, Val Kilmer. There you go. Absolutely.
Love me
A lot of
some
people-
Val Kilmer, and that's exactly who I think you look like.
Yeah, everyone says I look like young Val
Iceman,
Kilmer.
baby, Batman.
Yep. But yeah, I found the production through Backstage, and all I saw was print. I didn't know what the title was. So I'm like, I'm doing it. Yes. There was no introduction to like exactly what they needed to say, so I just busted out a British accent, and I got it. So
He can just do that. He can just bust it out.
bust it out a little bit.
We bust it out sometimes. We got to do it. Fake it
So
till
the
we
Brit-
make it, right?
There's a British accent that's going to be carried throughout the film. Is that right?
Oh yeah, we had to do the British accents. Yes.
Really?
See, that's something we weren't told.
I was
We
not told that.
were- We had an accent class literally every day for 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks?
I didn't do the same class as you.
It was every day for 3 weeks.
I had a guy. I know a guy. I did a movie called Army of the Dead, and Steve Corona, my scene partner, is a vocal coach. And my schedule was super weird. He's really good. Like he's like worked with Helen Mirren. And I was like, Steve, help me. And so he helped me at very odd hours.
I mean, listen, whatever it takes, right? You got to figure out how to pull that accent off. And the beauty of this is that you have to be in character the whole time. So I think if I was going to do it, and I was going to a voice class, right, Tristan?
Yeah.
Did they tell you like, hey, try to be in character as much as possible, even when you're not on the clock, basically? Like talk to people like this?
The class kind of feels like a language class. It kind of feels like if you're learning Spanish or something. So it's not necessarily like staying in character. It's more like learning diphthongs and learning like all of these terminologies that I was like, what? So it was a lot of sentence structure and sentence grammar and a lot of phrases that they would use over and over and over again. Like the phrase,
like very repetitive stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
My voice coach had me try to talk like what's his name? Actor who plays Hugh Grant. She tried to have me have like Hugh Grant. So
you sounded good, Tristan. You sounded sexy. It was giving Hugh Grant.
The thing is, she wanted me to sound Hugh Grant. If she's watching this, I apologize, but I was like, I cannot. It was very the castle is quite old. It was very pish posh. But I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go that pish posh. I'm like wielding a shield and I'm like kicking ass with creatures. I don't know if I want to go pish posh.
I feel like you went actually, like, I feel like you were just like, you know, like your standard Lord of the Rings, like epic.
Yes.
Vibe.
Yeah. So I tried to go for that.
That's what I was trying to go for too. I was like Kate Blanchett, Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Yes. I was trying to go for more of like a down to earth British instead of a pish posh royalty kind of thing, like a down to earth British. So.
Gotcha. Tristan, let's talk about work that you've done in the past. Before you jumped onto this film, what had you done before? I know you said that you found this backstage.
Yeah, so Backstage is pretty much a casting app. That's mostly where a lot of new actors go. I've started acting since COVID, so I'm recently new. I don't have a lot of work under my belt, but like the recent one I have that's coming up is Winter Breaks, which is like this generation's Breakfast Club. So I think it's really cool. I love the story. They are just they're still stuck in post-production.
It happens.
Always.
It happens. That sounds really cool. I love the Breakfast Club. I can't wait to see that.
I'm telling you, I know Chelsea has been like Chelsea. I'm telling you, weren't you in the last movie with Tony Todd?
Yes.
Yeah, we worked with him, and then as soon as I found out, I was like, no way.
It's so sad. He was a really nice guy, and he was so funny. Like
he's so tall.
Yeah, he's really tall, which I love because I'm tall. I was like, I'm just a petite little something compared to like standing next to Tony Todd. He was awesome though. When he worked on that, it was that day, it was like Tony Todd day. We were like, Tony Todd is coming to set, and everyone was like freaked out. We're like, he's a legend, he's coming, and he was so sweet.
Yeah, I guess he gave his homage. He gave his homage right in the Mark was saying in the film. Is that right?
He got to say it. He got to do his goodbye when he went to leave the screen. He said his own goodbye on the way he wanted to. It wasn't scripted or anything else. He got to do it all.
I think he did, do some improv. I'm not 100%, but I think so.
Yeah, that was one hell of a way of saying goodbye.
Yeah, sweet guy. I feel really bad for his family. Like, he just seemed like such a family person and such a sweet person.
I'm not sure yet. I love
on Final Destination Bloodlines. Like, really got me.
It was good. I love it. It was. I liked it because it was.
Don't
they-
spoil it for everybody, Mark.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna spoil it. The only thing that I'm gonna say about it is I like that it did not go with the original formula. Basically,
Yeah.
It went with a different formula instead. That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Tony Todd was in it. Well, that's the only spoiler.
Yes.
Spoiler: Tony Todd's in the movie. What? Get out of here!
And a lot of people died. I mean,
I dated a guy that showed me like Candyman on one of our first dates. And like I'll always remember that was like 20 or something, and I was like, "What is like Candyman?" And it was good. That was my introduction to Tony Todd. And,
Yep.
That's wild.
You know, and he's like, yeah, he was really funny.
If you have an option for a genre of film that you two would like to be a part of, do you have a specific desire to be in anything in particular? Romance, comedy, drama, horror?
I will say comedy's a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
really fun. And I feel like I've done more horror and thriller, and I really love that because I think the fan base is the best. But it's really, really fun. Like I've only gotten to do a couple of comedies, and
Okay.
I like loved it. Like it's just like you're just laughing all the time, and you're like, oh, that's really funny, and it's very collaborative with the other actors, especially if you get to improv a little. And it is really, really fun. I would like to do another comedy soon.
What about
I'd say
you,
I'm-
Tristan?
Chelsea, I'm the complete opposite of you. I find comedies so, like, I get in my head so much because of the improv. Like, when somebody says something, I'm like, quick, I gotta say something funny, and hopefully everyone laughs.
You are funny, Tristan.
Only when I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be serious, and everyone's laughing at me. I think drama is probably my go-to, just because it showcases more of the acting. My go-to for always storytelling is always fantasy, medieval fantasy, horror, this is in my wheelhouse.
Well, you are very moving. I didn't see the whole thing. I wouldn't even watch one of the like temporary versions until we went to the screening, and you make me cry. Like you are
Really?
Yes.
You did something. It was just like I don't know if Jason said, but the evil queen does do self-mutilation as a practice, a actual practice that they did in the past. So every time you did that, Chelsea, like it was fake, but it looked so painful, and it just like
Cringy.
I was just like, "Ugh." But yeah,
I do have to ask about that. I have to ask about the leeches.
nope, not allowed to.
Why?
Because it might give something away, and we haven't watched the movie yet. So
I don't
Real
think
or
it'll
fake?
give. I don't think
Real or fake?
it won't give anything away.
Yeah, the leech. I think the leeches are okay. I think Jason and Naomi would say that's okay. There's leeches on me.
We've seen it in the preview, so
Right. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
What-
Naomi
was it real or
and
fake?
the whole team had a really tough time keeping those babies stuck on me. It was like 5 people just keeping them glued on. It was good times. I bonded a lot with our makeup team. I think I was probably the one that showed the most skin and had the most things on me. And well, not probably the most. There's a few people, but it's
She
like,
had her own tent.
yeah, I had my own. And our makeup team was like the best ever. They were awesome. But I was just I feel like one's coming off, and like they're like on it, like gluing it.
and I know that there's a lot of blood in this, and literally you took a bloodbath from what from what I've seen and from what I've been told.
Yeah.
Fun,
It's cold,
scary,
huh?
cold. Tell us a little bit about that.
It fucked up my highlights, and it was Tristan knows that. It was like a whole thing. Like honestly, that was the main thing with it. It was like the next day, which is continuity. It made my hair like red, and so like Naomi, dude, Amanda, we were all like, "What are we gonna do?" Like her hair's like red now, like, and that doesn't match. So they were like, "Hey, it was my day off." They're like, "Can you go get this?" I was like, "Yeah," like because I was right by a grocery store. So it was like dawn like the little duck commercials with the Dawn. That was me. Like
Oh,
I watched
wow.
my hair like 40 times with Dawn, trying to get it out before I went back to set. So it ended up being kind of a pain, but it was fine. Other than that,
So you got free hair dye,
yeah,
not on
yeah,
purpose.
I did. But yeah, otherwise it was great.
I forget how many gallons he told me that was.
It was
10.
a lot of blood. It's like a blood that,
Yeah.
and then yeah, and then it's kind of oily, so it makes your skin really soft.
Oh, see, there's a purpose behind this. He was
So
trying to get
that's a plus.
skin conditioning. There you go. How about
I
that?
was like a wet seal.
But you
They
come
use
out
different
feeling
bloods.
younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was different bloods for each thing. Like if there was blood in your mouth, it had a flavor to it.
I got you.
Yeah, that was fun. Mouth
Yep.
blood is fun.
Yep.
What was your flavor?
I had no blood on me in the entire film.
Stop it.
Okay, mine was mint. Well, it was mint.
Mint
Also, I
blood.
just love, sorry, sidebar, I love Naomi. I'm obsessed with her and I love her. But she did all that stuff. And she would tell me, she's like, it's minty, like it's gonna be fine. It's
Yeah,
minty.
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, okay.
Let's talk about let's talk about the cast members, and let's talk about a little bit about the family who has, I guess, been with Real Fiction Studios since pretty much the doors opened.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about the castle too, then.
That's what I was getting to, Mark. You dickhead.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Mark.
Yeah, let's talk about the fucking castle. Shit.
Let's talk about this castle it was hand built, right?
Yes, Sean built it here.
Sean Lotzis built this thing. I knew I was going to try to
I
butcher
mean, like, not with his bare hands, but like he is a boss, and he's good at construction stuff. He's supervised.
And I hear mom she's the set mom, so she took care of everybody. Is that accurate?
Tammy,
Yeah.
Tammy's amazing.
Yep. Everyone was taken care of. The entire set was built in the backyard.
Tammy
Wow.
knows all my secrets.
It's wild.
It's not like they have an entire forest in their backyard, and they just cleared out a section. They cleared out 2 sections, one for the Renaissance Festival and one for the castle. Castle was set in like a week or 2, and then right when Chelsea got on set, the castle was finished.
I was going to ask, was there any outside filming outside of where the castle is and the forest that they have in their backyard? Was there any additional sets that you guys utilized?
They
One in
did.
Idaho.
Like the filmmakers did, but you weren't there, were you, Tristan? Me neither. They did, but we were not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys didn't get to participate in traveling to a bunch of different spots. Okay.
No.
Yeah. The one in Idaho was an actual castle that they filmed in for more of the exterior shots, and then all the interior shots were in the castle in the Lotus lot.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The Lutz is. I love that. It's true. It was a lot.
That's cool. I mean, I've never been to their house. We've never really seen anything other than like the stuff that has been built there and stuff like that. Do they live in a quaint neighborhood, or is it out in the middle of nowhere?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Like they live right next to a baseball field, and then there's other houses like along the way, but it's Washington, so Washington is really green and really sparse, so it's not like it's definitely not suburbia. They have like their own like little land area.
Yeah, they have like a beautiful wooded area behind their house, and so some things were shot there, and then there was a clearing that they built the castle, and then they had kind of a clearing or like area that they did the Ren Fair. They basically, like Tristan said, it was like a mini lot in their backyard.
Our friend Peter is chimed in.
We'll call Sean's house the compound.
I like the Loach's lot that Tristan said.
It's a good name. I like it too.
I didn't come
I like
up with
it too,
it. They
because
There's a
you're
little
actually
ring to it.
Yeah. Favorite, and you don't have to say all of them. Favorite
Oh.
dwarf. You can't.
I have
Your
two.
favorite dwarf.
3. I don't know if the other
I don't
dwarves
know
are
how
gonna
to
get
name
mad.
my favorite.
Just because I'm closer friends with them, because we've talked a lot with them on that set. But I don't
Okay.
necessarily have a favorite.
You love them all.
I love them all, but I guess my favorite character.
Yes.
Based
That's
off
what I
of,
meant,
like-
character, guys. I don't mean the person in general.
But I don't know. What's Michael? What is Michael?
Oh, Michael. What is it?
I have to go with Michael because I had to throw Michael, and so
That's right.
like,
That's right.
Oh
yeah,
my.
Michael and I had a stunt together, and he was such a good sport, and he was so funny, like
I can't believe
about
I don't
it.
remember his character's
He was
name.
like, "I'm good." Like I thought I heard him. He's like, "No, I'm good."
She like
And
chunked him.
And that's
yeah,
the whole-
I'm really strong. I did not know how strong.
and we had these folks on, and they talked about this, and they all, I think, come from the stunt world, basically. Like I think they were saying before they got into acting, they were literally doing stunts, and I was like, get the hell out of here. That's
We
crazy.
have, all of our actors that play the dwarfs come from totally different. Like Jeremy and Risa are very serious actors. Like they're like your tried and true, like theater trained, like have worked all over the world. Risa's a very accomplished voiceover actress. And you have like Allie's done tons of stuff. Then you have like Michael, it's his first movie. I'm not sure about Colin and Dylan. Like it's like all different. I think it's Dylan's first movie too. So it's fun because we have people that this is like their first thing. And then we have people that are just very, very experienced and have done so much, which I didn't get to film a lot with the dwarfs. Obviously, I don't have a lot of scenes with them, but I think that kind of like helps their like chemistry, like
yeah.
that they all, you know what I mean? They have this really fun chemistry of kind of like loose cannons and like people that are like very serious actors, and like it just makes for this very cool dynamic.
Yeah.
Like the scenes with them are my favorite scenes as an audience member. I'm just like obsessed.
No, I love the scenes actually in the movie when you guys are fighting.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was pretty cool. What I really like is like the fantasy aspect of it. It's like it's not only a medieval movie, but there's also like fantasy in it in regards to like if you're playing a video game, each dwarf has a very specific weapon and
Yeah.
and designed to the way they fight. Like Beauregard, who plays the bashful character, he has an axe, and his axe splits into 2 like scissors because he used to be a seamstress in his other job.
Who created these weapons?
Jason
Yeah.
and Naomi.
Yeah, remember
Yeah, it's all Jason and Naomi, and it's nothing's lazy about it. It's very detailed. Like if you like video games or you like D&D, these are like characters with like you could have like chaotic, neutral, or like good or whatever, and they all have different weapons. Like it's very like there's nothing lazy about it at all.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own personality. Everyone has their own weapon. It's super cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. I actually think they should have their own spin-off like show. Like there needs to be a series of the dwarves and like how they came to be out there. Like I would watch like a 10-episode series.
We 100% I think talked about that when we had them on the show.
Really?
And I said and Jason I think was in the comments, and he said you never know, it could happen.
It would be cool.
So
he said that about part 2 also.
Correct. So it could be hey, how did we get to this point, or what's happening now? Did she really die? You know, I mean, there's a whole thing that you can contemplate and say, where do we go from here? Where do we go from this point, and how do we excel this to the next level, right?
And
I think it's going to be a fantastic film, and I haven't even seen it yet. I've only seen the previews, but I see the comedy in it. I love the evil queen's lines that I get to hear. I'm just like, no shit, that's funny. It's like she's pissed off, and she's like, go fucking kill them. Like, go kill them. You know,
Just kill her already.
Do it already. Just get it
yeah,
done.
I love
Shit.
it. And it's comical, but it's serious at the same time, and that's why I love it.
It definitely has both. I like levity, even in drama or really dire things. Like I like comedy. I like levity. You know, I think that accentuates the more dramatic parts. So that's why I thought the script was so fun, because it had both elements.
Yeah.
It wasn't taking itself too seriously, but it still has a compelling story.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like I said, we can't wait to see it. Unfortunately, we don't get it here in Florida, so I've either got to wait for
Not yet.
DVD or something to come to me, or somebody's going to have to get me the file so that I can put it on my PC and watch it. Something's got to give here.
We'll just wait until it gets on Amazon Prime.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Let's go.
Because it will eventually go on Prime. We're just waiting for that.
So the whole thing about this movie, there's another movie that was kind of similar that came out right around the same time, and I feel like a lot of people were like, well, I want to go see the Snow White movie. And then you got to go, okay, which one? The Death of Snow White, or do you want to go see Snow White?
Yep.
Because they all came out, they both came out around the same time, and I think that was kind of where Jason was kind of leaning towards. We want that release date, and we want it real close to that time frame.
Right.
How did you guys feel about that? Were you like, we're gonna get in trouble or anything like that? I know a lot of people got nervous about it. That's why.
Not at all. I was actually really hyped because I know there was a lot of backlash on Disney's Snow White. So I'm saying, like, whatever happens to that movie, that's going to be good for us.
Oh yeah.
Like, whatever press is going to happen, hopefully that attention moves to this movie. So that's where I was more excited about. I was more of like, okay, a lot of people are you know, what's the word I'm thinking of? Straying away from that movie at the moment, which is hopefully giving us more eyes and more of a spotlight to see this indie film and see, you know, support, you know, your local indie films. So
yeah, you had two
local artists.
Yeah, you got two options. Which one do you want to go see? You know. All right, guys, listen. We're gonna take a quick break. We're going to listen to some new music from a little band called Felicity, who will actually...
We'll say that after.
Okay. We're going to listen to a song from a band called Felicity. What's the name of the song, Mark?
The one you picked was called Charlie Sheen.
Perfect. Let's listen to this
Fun.
song. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm freaking out. Voices inside of my head are getting loud. I drag myself out of bed so I can pull a pin out till it blows up in my face. Bite my tongue off, cause no one wants to hear me say that I'm so sorry if I ruined your party. Think I know why I killed the vibe. I dig myself deep like Charlie Sheen. The world doesn't care, it'll spin when I'm dead. And I need some therapy. Not depressed or just broke. Should I stay? Should I go? Cause every time I try to pick myself back up, I fall into a ditch. Always say the wrong thing at the wrong time. I wish my mouth was on a switch. Like being stupid isn't, and tie my head of the track. Guess I'm as good as it gets. Take myself deep like Charlie Sheen. But the world doesn't care, it'll spin when I'm dead. And I need some therapy. Not depressed or just broke. Should I stay? Should I go? I'm so sorry if I ruined your party. Think I know why I can't provide. I swear this time I'll smile for your selfie when it feels like I'm dying. While there's still life behind my eyes. Like Charlie Sheen. But the world doesn't care, it'll spin when I'm dead. And I need some therapy. depressed or just broke. I'm such a joke. I take myself deep like Charlie Sheen, but the world doesn't care, and it'll spin when I'm dead, and I need some therapy. Am I depressed or just broke? Should I stay? Should I go?
You flip-flopped them. What'd you do to me here? There you go. We are back, guys, talking with Tristan Nokes and Chelsea Edmundson from The Death of Snow White. That band that we just listened to, guys, that was what's the name of the band? Mark?
Felicity.
That's Felicity. And Mark, what's happening on Friday? Special.
We're actually going to do a special show on Friday, since we normally never have a Friday show.
Okay.
They will actually be on the show at
What?
8 p.m.
What? Oh, that's awesome. Cool. Not as cool as what's going on right now, though. Guys?
I like them. They sounded emo, and I'm an elder millennial, and I really listened to a lot of emo in high school.
My daughter absolutely loved them. She said it gives her vibes of
Giving Red Hot Chili, right? Red Hot Chili Pepper, right? Red
Hot Chili Peppers.
No,
like Taking Back Sunday, like
Taking Back Sunday and 9 in the Afternoon. Who's that?
Panic at the Disco.
Panic. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He sounds kind of like that for sure.
Yeah.
It's
She's
not-
daughter's
yeah.
a huge Panic fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a song that keeps playing on TikTok that keeps hitting my page, and I'm like, okay, screw it. I'm gonna go try to get them on the show, and well, we did.
Well, hell yeah. Good job.
All right, so check this out. We come back on the show, and typically after the song plays and we come back and talk a minute, we then play a little game called Florida or Not Florida.
Okay,
And
that
it's going to
sounds
be
great.
Tristan. It's going to be Tristan versus my evil queen,
Chelsea, I'm very competitive.
and whoever wins.
Oh, I'm on my second cocktail, boo.
What? And
Advantage for me.
whoever wins gets these bad boys right here. A couple of these bad boys right here.
It doesn't matter who wins; they both get
Are
it.
they stickers?
Yeah,
We don't have stickers. These are decals.
He likes to call them decals or stickers.
Oh.
Okay.
But listen. Not only will you get this decal, but you will get our new decal as well.
That's kind of like when guys won't accept that they play with dolls and that they're action figures.
Action figures, Chelsea.
Totally action figures. What are you talking about?
Minor
D&D,
action
we play
figures
with
behind
action
them.
figures.
Okay, so guys, the way the game works, it's very easy. And if anybody in the comments would like to jump in and play, you're more than welcome to. Mark's going to keep score. Guess what? The points don't matter because you're both going to get to take home this fabulous decal right here.
No,
But someone
Tristan
wins.
likes stakes. He wants to win.
But someone wins, though, right?
Someone definitely wins. Yes, you get the bragging rights for the remainder of the show. that
So
you
hold on,
beat so
Brian,
and so. Yes.
what does the new sticker look like? Our new one.
Oh, I don't know. Do you have a picture of it?
Yeah, look right beside your head.
Oh, there it is. That's going to be the new decal, guys. That is
Okay,
our.
let's do it. Let's get
So you're
into
going to
it.
get that one as well. All right. Here we go. Listen. So the way this game works is I'm going to read a headline. We're going to do this 5 times. Okay, it's best of 5. This could have happened in Florida, or it could have happened anywhere else in the world, not necessarily Florida.
Oh, I'm excited.
Here is my opinion about this game. If I say the word meth
Or alligator.
or alligator, there is a high probability that happened in Florida.
Okay.
Actually, an alligator. No, last week you did too, and they both weren't in Florida.
I have an advantage here because I follow Florida Man on Instagram.
Nice. You might do very well with this, Chelsea.
I just know a bunch of weird things happen in Florida.
I'm up on my Florida news, baby.
All right.
All right, here we go. We're going to start off. Now, this is a little older story. Here we go.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, come on now. I didn't even read it.
Florida.
A man breaks into a house and cleans it and leaves behind origami.
That doesn't.
Somewhere else.
A man
That sounds like somewhere
identified
else.
as Nate Roman, who is from Massachusetts, reported the incident, and it left many shocked. He came home and found an intruder had entered his home and cleaned everything in the house, including spreading his bed and scrubbing the toilet.
I was like, spreading what?
Spreading his bed. What's even more crazy is he left behind origami roses on the toilet paper rolls.
Somewhere else.
Did it happen in Florida or not Florida? Remember, the guy that reported it is from Massachusetts, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything other than the man's from Massachusetts.
That doesn't sound like a Florida thing.
Wait, he spread the bed, and then what did he do?
He cleaned the toilets, and then he left little origami roses on the toilet rolls.
Yeah, that sure in the hell wasn't Florida.
That doesn't sound
Somewhere
like Florida.
else. Florida man would have blown up the toilet.
Yeah.
All right, so we're both going not Florida. Ooh, Amanda's on board and saying not Florida. So I've got
Not
3
Florida.
Floridas. Guys, unfortunately, that did in fact happen in Florida in 2019. It doesn't tell me. It just says that it happened in 2019 in Florida.
That doesn't sound like Florida at all.
No.
It does.
They're in their game now.
The clean toilet did not sound like Florida.
No, not at all.
Let's see here. Here we go. Man blows a 0.339 blood alcohol level and gets a DUI on a golf cart. Alfred Constantine went on a cruise on his golf cart, and while driving on the highway, he was stopped by someone who noticed he was drunk. On testing his blood alcohol content, it turned out that he was 0.339, which is way above the legal limit, and he was arrested. Did this happen in Florida or not Florida?
No,
like
that
you're trying
happened,
to trick
that
me.
happened in Alabama. Roll Tide. That happened in Alabama.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like you're trying to trick me, so I'm gonna go not Florida because that would be something Florida would do.
This one's going to be a shaka.
No, Florida.
I got Tristan saying not Florida.
I'm saying not Florida.
All right, I've got Chelsea saying not Florida. Miss Amanda, where are you at in the comments? I know you're going to say Florida, aren't you? Let's see what Amanda says. Give her a second. Oh, David says Florida. Hang on, we're waiting for Amanda. Amanda loves this game. She's been playing, and she says not Florida. Guys, it happened in the Villages, Florida.
What?
The
Tristan,
Villages,
we suck.
Florida. So, guys, the Villages.
Well,
Florida
at least no one's
is a
winning.
golf cart community. It is a golf cart community.
What if the secret is they all happen in Florida?
I know.
It could be.
We're taken for a freaking ride, Tristan.
All the questions are in Florida, but we
They're
don't
like,
know what
jokes
one.
on y'all.
Here we go. Here's our next one. Armed robber Andrew Hensel was caught after boasting on Facebook about his plans to raid his supermarket in a post which included a selfie with a picture of a knife and the words, "Doing Tesco over." Did this happen in Florida or not Florida?
I'm going to say that happened in my home state of Missouri. I'm going to say not Florida.
We're going not Florida. I got one not Florida, Mark.
It's giving a Missouri vibe.
So a man.
Armed
posted
robber
a-
Andrew Hennels was caught after he boasted on Facebook about his plans to raid a supermarket
Facebook? Okay, that narrows it down.
in a post which included a selfie with a picture of a knife and the words, "Doing Tesco over."
How old was this man?
It doesn't tell me, unfortunately. I can tell you this much. You ready?
It's Facebook, so it narrows it down.
Police caught him 15 minutes later. They caught him 15 minutes after he had stole.
What year was this?
It was in February. It doesn't tell me a year, unfortunately.
So he's got to be 40s and up to be posting like that knife photo on Facebook.
I mean, that's so Florida. That's so Florida. But you know what? We both had 2 questions that are Florida. I'm gonna double down and say not Florida.
I'm gonna say not Florida. I'm sticking with my original pick.
And where are we at in the comments, Mark? Let me check here.
It's Florida.
No, hang on.
It's Florida.
David Hall says Tesco. So what is Tesco? Does anybody know what Tesco is?
Is that Texas?
I think you hit the wrong button.
Tesco
I thought it was Cisco, which is like a
Tesco is some kind of supermarket
service that they deliver to like the state penitentiary. So
this happened in, are you guys ready? Kings Lynn, Norfolk. Didn't even happen in this country.
Yeah.
So not Florida. You got it. Not Florida.
Slay.
I told you it was gonna be a double down. 2 Floridas.
It's gonna come down with Tristan and I to like the final question.
So where are we at? We're 3 in here. All right, here we go. A criminal on the run took ill-advised approach of taunting the police when he posted on Facebook an appeal to trace him. Logan James, 19, was wanted for breaching his prison release terms after serving a sentence for wounding and assaulting and for being in possession of a knife.
Fucking Logan James. I'm going to say that's Florida already.
Catch me if you can. You won't see me slipping. James taunted later, telling the news agency, I've been walking around near home, so they're not trying too hard to catch me. He was caught later that day, by the way. Now, did that happen in Florida or not Florida?
Can you repeat the quote?
Catch me if you can. Won't see me slipping. James taunted later, telling the news agency, I've been walking around near my home, so they're not trying too hard to catch me.
Is it walking or walking?
Walking. It says walking.
Not
I have
Florida.
been walking around near my home.
I'm going to say not Florida.
Now, can you read that
Florida.
quote again in a British accent?
Please don't make him.
No, because my British accent will sound Australian or something. So I'm out.
Go off. Let's hear it.
Let me see. No, I can't do it. I'm sorry.
You have to tell us. We're on pins.
I mean, like Logan. What's his name?
I say not Florida. Tristan's Florida. What is it?
His name is Logan James.
Fucking Logan James.
Logan
James is giving East Coast to me.
Logan James.
Logan James.
Not Florida,
it's like a Braxton.
Like East Coast, East
not
Coast.
Florida, like East Coast somewhere else. East Coast.
Yeah, like East Coast, like Northeast Coast.
You know what? I'm gonna say Florida just to make it interesting and try to go off the tie.
We have to go off the tie. We have to. Not Florida.
All right, let's hear it.
Not Florida and Florida.
I already got the other ones. Florida and Florida.
It happened in not Florida, guys. It happened in Gwinnett, wherever the hell that is. GWENT is the police department. Gwent.
You guys are the most fun interview we've done so far. This is the most fun I've had in an interview ever.
Yes.
We're just playing a game here.
All
right,
most of them don't play games.
Last one.
They don't play games. This is
listen.
fun.
The whole thing is I don't want to be serious throughout the whole thing. I want to have fun. I mean, this isn't an interview. I don't want to ask a bunch of hard questions. I want you guys to just tell us about yourselves and have fun.
Good, because some of them Tristan cannot answer. Like, we cannot answer it. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right. And there's things that you can't talk about and stuff like that. We're going to talk about the little things here and there that we know we can talk about the movie and stuff. But Amanda, it's okay. It's okay to suck every once in a while.
Yeah.
Amanda, you and me are on the same boat. Okay, girl.
All right.
Yes, David. I thought it sounded like Homosassa too.
Here's our last one. And I've read this one before, so if you've ever watched this show, you may know this one. Here we go.
Florida.
Man arrested for calling 911 after his cat was denied entry into a strip club. Did
Florida,
this
Florida,
Florida.
or not Florida?
Florida.
Damn, you guys are fast.
It's the big sexy Florida for me.
Yep, it's the cat not allowing him to be in the strip club.
Yes, everything about that screams Florida. In the best way. I'm not hating. I'll go to Pensacola. Like, I will drive there tonight.
We were just in Florida last week.
I absolutely love it.
I love
Love it.
Florida. Destin, what's up?
So you're telling me that Chelsea won and I lost?
It was in fact Florida, by the way, and he went to visit a strip club, and unfortunately they told him, listen, you can come in, but the cat's got to stay out here. He wasn't having none of that. He called the police.
Whatever. I'll let you win this one, Chelsea.
The evil queen does not lose.
How? Yeah, but you didn't lose bad. I think you only lost by what?
One. Only
One
by
It
one.
doesn't matter if you
Just so
lost
I could
by
beat
one.
the tie. I was actually going to agree with Chelsea on the last one, but I wanted to beat the tie, so I technically didn't lose.
Listen, you guys had a conversation about it. You said, I'm going to go this way, you go that way.
Trying
We'll
to
meet
make
in the
it
middle.
interesting for the audience. I get it, but at the end of the day, you still lost.
So that's our little game of Florida or not Florida, guys. We will need some addresses to. Unfortunately, we got to send those out in the mail, so we'll need a couple of addresses to get those out to you guys. Mark, did you get Amanda's out to her? I think Amanda,
I sent you. No, I didn't. I'll send you what she put it on. She already stuck it to her car or her truck.
it's on her truck. Oh, fantastic! I love that. Listen, you don't have to put it in public if you don't want to, but we are posted up at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you go back to Tampa Bay and you walk around, check some of the bathrooms, men's bathrooms. Unfortunately, I can't go in the women's room. For some reason, they won't let me in there. It's weird. I've tried. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we're here talking with Tristan Nokes and my evil queen, Miss Chelsea Edmundson, and we are talking a little bit about the death of Snow White, and we're just getting to know you guys. And unfortunately, the show is only about an hour long. But what I want to know is something personal about yourselves. Let our fan base, let your audience know who you are, how you came to be the person that you are today. I think you both have some very, very great skills in your repertoire, and I think people would love to hear that. And I would like to let my evil queen go first, Miss Chelsea.
Well, this is super personal. My dad, this is like such a bummer. Is it fine if it's sad?
It is whatever you want it to be. Just remember, it is live. So if I start crying and Tristan starts crying, it's on you.
Okay.
It is up to you. No, it is up to you. Listen, headaches, heartaches, and painstaking mistakes is what we're all about.
Okay. Well, my dad passed away a few years ago, and that was very hard. He was like my best friend, and we're like similar but different, and it was really, really hard, and it definitely made me a better person and a better actor. I think that grief is a basic common denominator in life, and none of us are immune from it. Like, we're all going to experience tremendous grief or you already have. For me, that was like my first big, like, horrible, tears your life apart grief. And it's like, I don't know, it's just, as an actor, like, it's just made me like so much more, I don't know, like auditions and stuff, like, I don't get nervous at all. I don't care, like, no one's gonna die. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things where it's just like, this doesn't matter. Like, family's what matters. Love is what matters. People are what matter to you. So it's made a lot of things in my life very low stakes and made me a lot more laid back. And that's definitely made me a better actor. And it's made me care a lot more about the people that I work with and the people that I come into contact with. And it's informed my characters a lot. So obviously, I would have preferred for him to have lived forever, but it definitely is the thing that's made me the actor that I am today, like for sure, like the biggest thing.
And I am sorry to hear about your father's passing. I'll tell you, when my mom passed away, we we saw it coming, but we didn't see it coming, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I remember the phone call and the time it happened and what I was doing at that time. And when my wife told me, I literally broke down and I couldn't stop crying.
Yeah,
You know?
it's very shocking. Even if you know it's coming, it's still a shock to the senses. Like it's a very life-altering shock.
Oh, yeah.
That's so, and we all go through it. You know, it's like I had a really nice girl from high school when she found out my dad died. She sent me a message. She said, "Welcome to the worst club in the world." And she's like, "I'm sorry you're here, but I'm glad that you're here. And like if you need anything, let me know." Because she had lost her mom when she was really young. And I was like, wow, that's so true. It is like the worst club to be in, but we all join it at some point from tremendous grief, whether it's like a partner, a parent, or whatever. And I really feel like Tristan and I are so lucky that what we want to do for a living is like we can actually channel it into something like positive.
Yeah.
And that's the best gift for sure.
No, that's cool. Sorry, had something in my eye. You suck. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love you. Literally, if that's what is building you to have that aspect of saying, yeah, listen, whether I get the part or I don't get the part, your dad's still looking down, going, that's my kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's just like it just made me realize just a lot of things that I thought mattered really didn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, like I love Snow White. I'm proud to be in this movie. But if I hadn't gotten it, it's like it doesn't matter. I mean I don't say that lightly because I love Jason and Naomi. I'm so thankful, but it just put my life in like a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
And for me, because I was always that person that was like so nervous for auditions and was like, God, I hope I get it, like so obnoxious. Like that was like a paramount shift for me to be like, honestly, as long as everyone's alive, it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like as long as my friends and family, like everyone's cool. It's just like it was a shift. And for me as an artist, it like changed everything for me.
Gotcha. Awesome. Tristan, what about you, buddy?
I'm like, I don't know if I can go that deep.
You don't have to listen. This
was so
I'm
somber.
sorry I did that.
That was so somber. I'm like, I can't beat that.
It's not a competition. The competition's over.
I get it though, because I'd be the same way, and it's like honestly, I beat Tristan twice tonight.
I love the color blue.
What if I made it up and I was like psychotic and I was like, good luck, Tristan? Like my dad's still alive, and it's like he's like, what is she doing?
If we're going super personal, I don't know how in depth I can talk about this, but if we're still going on that somber note, I was raised in a very religious household, and based off of my lifestyle and the things that I wanted to pursue, my family just completely just kicked me out, completely disowned me from my life, and haven't talked to them for six years.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what it does to you. But yeah, so it was a crazy exchange, and they're very firm and founded. But it kind of sucks. Like I understand where Chelsea's coming from to an extent. Like when it's a death in its own way. They're still alive, but like there is no connection that I have with them anymore. They're like anyone. I have my parents and my brother. Wasn't invited to their wedding. Insane. But I still make the moments count. I still meet new people. I met Chelsea. We had a great time. Still living life and seeing where it takes me and see where it goes. So.
Tristan, you're amazing. You're such an amazing talent, and you can be in my family, and you can come home with me for Christmas, dead ass.
Girl, shut up. So do I. I love you.
Now I see why Chelsea
I wish we
wanted
had more
to do.
scenes together. Like we just vibed. I just like wanted to do so many scenes with Tristan.
I will
but we
tell you,
never.
when I first met you, I thought you were so intimidating.
What?
I was like, when they were like, "Oh, Chelsea's on set," I was like, "I'm gonna say hi to her just to get the vibe." And I'm like, I like zip up your tent, and I was like, I wasn't for some reason in my head, I was expecting like diva, and then I come in, I'm like, "Oh, she's nice. Okay, what's up?"
Yeah. That's so funny. I get that a lot though. I just think people think I'm a bitch, but it's okay. Do you know what I mean? Like it's kind of a benefit too, so it's like it's fine. But I'm so glad we got to know each other and I just like love you dearly and I want to work with you again. Like I'm
Yes.
like do we need to be like I don't know, we got to think of something that we can do like we got to think of a story idea so we can do something else together or we
There
get
you
more
go.
scenes together.
I'm so down. I'm so down.
Which one of you is a writer?
Both of us.
Well, there you
I
go.
think
Start
that
writing
here's
something.
the thing.
with
Tristan
one
and I
another.
discovered that we both play D&D. We haven't done a campaign together, but people that play D&D will figure some shit out. You know what I mean?
I've been a DM for 10 years. I got you. I'm the storyteller. I got you.
Yeah, I
My
was
daughter-
just saying. I would say Tristan because he's a DM. I'm not a DM, but I'm like, I feel like we could do it.
Mark's daughter plays Dungeons and Dragons.
She's been
Ryan,
playing
do
for-
you play? You sound like you don't play.
I played in the past. I'm can't.
I'm waiting for Tristan to invite me on a campaign. Really?
Honestly, I have an opening.
You
Oh,
what?
I have an online opening on Wednesdays.
Really? What do you play on?
We play on a platform called Roll20, and it's online.
Yeah, I played on it.
Yeah, yeah,
oh, look at that. Yeah, I've been there.
yeah. Mhm.
Been there. Done that.
Brian,
Wait,
that's
what-
not your flavor.
What's your gamer name?
My gamer name? I don't really
You have to have a. You have to have a.
no,
No,
hold
the
up, wait,
character
no,
names.
character. It's not
Your
gamer.
character name.
I play, so I've only been in I'm very new. He's a DM, which that's like a big deal. Like you've been playing a long time. It's really hard. Like people that don't like you have to be able to have the story and the characters in mind, but you also have to be able to like lay out a plot, like lay out traps, lay out all these different scenarios. You have to think about it from somebody. That's different.
I will say, I will tell new actors if they haven't played, it is the best exercise you can do for improv.
Yes, because you have to just go with whatever happens. Like the DM has multiple scenarios that they've thought of, and then it could even surprise the DM, and then you have to kind of think on your feet. Like you never know. I'm like very far away from being a DM, which Tristan is, but I play a high elf, and her name is Rihanna. And
Of course.
and my armor class is like dope. And I named her Rhiannon after the Fleetwood Mac song.
Are you a sorcerer?
So I have some earth magic.
You're a druid.
No, I'm not a druid. I'm still a high elf. I'm not a druid.
What
I'm
class
like
are you?
It's been a while.
If you have a high AC, you might be a paladin. Or a fighter.
Yeah, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter for sure. So
Got
like my I forget what number like my armor class is at, but I got really lucky in my first campaign and I found all these cool things. And so it was like I have this like cool chest plate that's made of like dragon scales and like all this stuff. So I just got like beefy. I'm a big girl. Like I'm a big beefy like bad bitch.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
That is insane.
So yeah, if you invite me, I'll come play.
No,
I
I'm
have the
telling
little
you.
thing filled out, you know, like the nerdy, like you fill out all your things.
I tell all my new players, because we have 4 players, I can have another one, but I tell them that this is a very heavy role-playing session. It is very dark and it's very traumatic and real. So
You scare the shit out of people, don't you, Tristan?
yes,
I've been wanting to make a new character. I would like to actually a druid or a bard. Those are the 2 ones that I want to play.
girl, you need to be bard.
A
You need a
bards are
bard so
super
hard.
fun, cool. I do not want to play a wizard at all. Like,
I
at
love
all.
I love how we're geeking out, and Mark and Brian have no clue what we're talking about.
No,
Actually, I do know a little bit.
Mark and Brian are like,
No, I'm liking this because we don't have to talk. We listen to you guys, and it's awesome. But quite honestly, I do know somewhat what you're talking about because my daughter tells me she does her campaign on Friday nights, Saturday mornings when I wake up, and she wakes up. She tells me all about it. And my daughter's 22, going on 23.
it's an amazing game. It can anything can happen.
It is very social. Like, it's fun. So my first campaign and the only campaign I've done. That's what I want to get back into it, but it was during COVID, and it was like everyone was so apart and had no connection. I was in Missouri with my family. My dad was not doing well. It was like all these things, and ours was on Tuesday night. I'm not kidding. Like, I looked forward to it so much, and it was like that thing in COVID that like gave me a connection to people, and it was so like it was such an important part of my life for like that time. And yeah, I like, I'm sure she tells it like Saturday, because you're like, oh, this, like, I would tell my mom, like, I'm like, Mom,
Interesting.
it's so fun.
Yeah.
Are you gonna watch the show Critical? Yeah, shit, I had the name. Sorry.
Critical Role?
Yeah, you gonna watch that when it comes out? Because I watched the other one on Amazon with my
Legend
daughter.
of Vox Machina?
Yeah, I love that one. I love it. It's a great show.
So when you guys meet one another, is there not a way to tell, like, this person plays Dungeons and Dragons?
No.
I play. There's got to be a way.
Do you know how you do it?
There's
Do you know how you do it?
How do you do it?
You make the subtle jokes where you're like, make a dexterity throw, make an athletics check, and then everyone, and then when you do that, everyone's like, athletics check.
Yeah,
You're like,
like my character, like I'm chaotic evil, like I'm like as bad as it gets, like,
yes.
I don't know.
As soon as you bring out alignment, everyone knows.
Yeah. Evil Queen is like chaos evil. She's like as far as it gets.
So
lawful evil.
You guys got to learn something new about one another tonight that you never knew about one another.
No, we knew.
You knew?
We did, yeah, no, we figured it out like on set, but we just didn't get to talk about it. Like, Tristan and I did not have very many scenes together.
Oh, what the hell?
I didn't have very, like, it was, when you make an indie film, you're shooting like so quickly.
Yeah.
So like all of our scenes were like in one day, and like I only got to shoot with the dwarves like one day. Like, it was so quick.
Yeah.
And so like packed in that it's like you don't, and so you're just kind of like, I do remember us finding out we both played D&D. I'm not sure what it was, but we were like, we should talk about those.
It was definitely that sly joke that something happened where we were like, someone said armor class.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
all right,
it's fun.
So
if
our
fans,
fans,
a lot on the movie, I shot a lot of shit alone.
If our fans and friends and family wanted to play with you guys, is that possible?
Yeah, I would totally play. We should do it on Twitch or something.
Honestly, if I have the set,
we should start a Twitch D&D campaign, and you should DM.
I've tried, but I just don't have the setup.
Okay.
What do you guys have?
My setup.
We'll talk. We'll talk about it. It was going to be called Legendary Action. Yeah, I would totally play if you like invited me. Like, it's like he's like a really good DM. Like, he's like, it's like a big deal. You guys don't know.
I do all the voices. Matt Mercer is my inspo. Brennan is everything.
Yeah, like Tristan's a big deal. Like, I'm kind of a newbie.
You're gonna have to put some TikTok videos out there.
Why?
Teach people how to play this game.
Brian, are you wanting to play a game with them? Or are you wanting to play a campaign with them?
I mean, I'll give it a shot, but here's the thing: I'm gonna do terrible at it. I'm not good.
There's no such thing. There's literally no such thing of doing a bad job.
You learn as you go.
Am
I gonna quit my job? Am I gonna quit my job?
No.
It's
but
not a big
commitment.
commitment.
Some bullshit in your life, because you'll be like, I have a campaign to. If you have any like relationship drama, friend drama, you're gonna be like, no.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I have some shit to do this week. Like, we're gonna freaking like there's gonna be some bones that like rise from the ground and they're attacking us all, and we gotta figure this out.
Yep.
We have to protect our
I mean,
wizards.
the hardest thing is just trying to figure out what your character sheet looks like and what it can do. But other than that, it's like you tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you how to do it.
Yeah.
If you were battling a dragon and you want to step off its wings, fly up, do a triple front flip, and then strike your sword into the skull, I can let you do that. Just depends on what you roll.
Yeah, and if it's legit, like that you have that capability.
Gotcha.
Brian's like, yeah, screw that.
You never know,
It's
dude.
all
You never know.
It's not Call of Duty, Brian.
My campaign, we were like, protect our whiz at all costs. And a lot of people in our group were actors. Like, our wizard was an actor. His name's Bert.
We'll tell you, I have cried multiple
At
times.
Instagram, Bertundo, I think that's his Instagram, but he was like the best wizard ever. And it was like so fun. And I don't know, it's like you get really invested. Like, you're not going to put up with some bullshit in your life because you're like, I have D&D on Tuesday or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, like I'm like Bert, like I was so into it. Like during COVID, I was like, Bert is our wizard, and I just remember our group was like, we have to protect him at all costs. And I was like, I can't deal with this shit. Like my mom's like, I'm making a casserole, and I'm like, shh, stop it.
We can't even. When my daughter's playing, we can't even knock on the door. She's like, go away.
Yeah, no, it's super serious, and like, because it takes so much work for the DM to prepare it. And like, my mom and sister in COVID were like, "Do you want to go to get Mexican with us on Tuesday?" I was like, "No, I have D&D," and they were like,
"Yeah, we have to plan around
her." It was like a cute thing that they're like, it was like a cute old thing that they're like, Chelsea couldn't come to Mexican because she's getting D&D, or she's like, you know what I mean?
Getting D&D, Dunkin' Donuts. She's getting
D&D.
Getting D&D, and I'm like, I have a campaign.
Yo,
like,
I get D&D'd every week.
You get D&D'd hard.
Speaking of,
okay.
This is the best interview we've ever done for this movie.
This is awesome. Listen, I didn't know you guys were into Dungeons and Dragons, and I think that's fantastic. Let me ask you a question, though. The Dungeons and Dragons video game. Play it or don't play it, like the old school 80. Remember the 80s arcade? Have you ever seen it?
You go first, Tristan. I'll give my take.
It's legit. Like it's a real thing.
I liked it.
Oh, are you talking about Baldur's Gate?
No, it was called.
This was back in the 80s. You know, before you were born. You know,
and the only way you could play it was you had to go to like
the Dungeons and Dragons movie in the 90s.
No, the video game. There was a video game in the 80s.
Oh, we're too young for that.
Well, that's born in 95.
Brian, that's showing.
Full stop. I don't want to brag, but I only remember the Dungeons and Dragons VHS.
Well, now you're going to go. Now I want you guys to go Google when you get some time. The video game, arcade video game, Dungeons and Dragons. Look at the video. Look at how the game was set up, and let me know. Like, shoot us a message back and be like, "Yeah, that game's either legit or that game's terrible." I like it. It was the best way to play because you got a visual. You literally got that visual.
It's probably as good as it could be for the coding at that time. It's probably like what it's going to be like.
Yeah, it was literally graphics.
You're
right?
You're correct. Yes.
What are we up to now for bits? Like, do they even do that anymore?
I don't know.
32.
We do polygons now, Brian.
Honestly, though, like, shout out to Tristan and I. If you're watching this and you're casting directors to do video games, like, we are the dream team. You can put us in the mocap. You can put us in the scenarios, and we're going to slay. So, hire us, cast us.
Please.
That's my pitch for Tristan and I. We need to do a video game.
That would be so freaking cool.
It would be really cool.
Wes said at least you knew what a VHS was.
We're not that old.
At least she's kind of old. Like, she knows what a VHS is.
I know, we're not that young.
Maybe she knows what a Atari is, too.
We had Blockbuster.
I went to Busch Gardens the other day, and there was
Blockbuster. We had it, baby.
You had a Blockbuster. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Blockbusters didn't go out of business until the late, until 2000.
Blockbuster and Hollywood Video.
And Hastings, yeah, Hollywood Video, yes.
My wife worked at both of those.
We had like an indie one when I was growing up, and it was like Showtime Movies, and it was in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and there was like a little kids playplex, and it was like family owned. And that makes me sad now. Like, you don't know what you had till it's gone. There's like no way a family owned video store would like last, you know?
I mean,
isn't there like one Blockbuster left, and it's like in Washington or something like that?
I think
Yeah, they
it's
made
in
a-
Alaska,
yeah.
and there's like they have a lot of like cool movie memorabilia. Like, Russell Crowe donated his thong from Gladiator to it. It's in Alaska. Pretty sure.
I was
I
going to
have
say
a
that
weird
was.
trivia brain, and I'm pretty sure it's in Alaska. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
it's somewhere up in that area.
I
But
think
yeah.
they made a
Maybe
TV
it's like on
show.
Joe Rogan where someone's Googling it to like see if, but I'm pretty sure it's in Alaska.
I think they made a TV show about it, and it was like a comedy, like a half-hour comedy show, and it was called The Last Blockbuster. Has
Yeah.
anybody seen that one?
Yeah.
Literally, I think it
And
was
they
like
have
one season.
Russell Crowe's man thong like panty thing from Gladiator.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He
sick.
gave it to them. He's a nice man.
He's a fat man now. He's like me. He's fluffy.
Hey,
Don't talk
Don't-
about him like that.
hey. You don't
talk
use
about
that
him
word.
Like that.
Well,
That's
I'm
my
fat.
baby.
I'm allowed to use that word.
Yeah, you
That's
can
my
use that word all
baby.
you want, but not on him.
You don't think he's a fat
Hey,
guy?
I don't say anything
love
bad on
Russell
here.
Crowe, OG Gladiator.
You can talk shit on talking shit.
Yeah, this is talking shit. What the fuck, Mark?
I'm talking shit back. I love me some Russell Crowe.
All right, guys, listen, we asked you all for an hour of your time. You've been super humble, and you've given us more than an hour. So I want to thank you both. I know y'all both have things that you want to do, and I know it's later in one of your guys' towns than what it is here.
They're both in the Central Time Zone.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
the
so
one
it's
that messed
earlier?
that up. Like, we'll talk about it later. You guys have my email, but yeah. Thank you
I
guys
like
for
that-
accommodating my schedule. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I like
Anyway.
Thank you for coming.
I really like the fact that Tristan sort of messed up the last time, so and Chelsea was able to make this time, and we put him together because Chelsea wanted to do one with him, and now I understand why.
Yeah.
They were
I'm
awesome.
fascinated by
Yeah,
Tristan.
these guys
I've
together
seen
are-
him. I want to say I think Tristan's a star. I think Tristan could go very far in this industry.
Are you serious, Chelsea? No, you are a freaking star, girl.
I believe in him a lot, and you're a little younger than me, so let me be like the old lady that's like, he's got it. Like, he's fucking got it. You know what I mean? And I just believe in him, and I'm really thankful that you guys let's do this together.
I know.
Thank you.
We're
Anytime.
for doing this. Absolutely.
two cats in a bag.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Wow.
You gotta finish the heart. You gotta
It's
finish
a
the heart,
cocktail thing,
Chelsea.
and I'm gonna finish it. Let's wrap this out, Chelsea Handler.
You gotta finish the heart, Chelsea. Wait. Where's your hand?
Other side.
It.
Chappelle.
Chelsea, where's your hand, girl?
Doing it! What?
Yes.
Hey,
You guys,
it's married.
stop.
They're married, so they're not going to match up.
I said, make a heart. She goes, yes.
Mark and I can't do it either. I was sitting here earlier and I said, look, if I look over here, this is me looking at you.
And
So
I have
you
to
will
look
back
this
at
way.
me.
I have to look this way, and I'm looking off screen when I do that. So
But you're looking at me.
yeah, sure.
I have to shout out before we wrap this out. Kaylee Fortuna recommended me for this job to Jason Naomi. Thank you guys for giving me a
Kitty
job.
Kaylee.
Thank you guys for hiring Tristan. Thanks for giving us a job.
Thank you. Yes.
Guys, I wanted to ask you both to real quick shout
Thank you
out.
to Lotuses. Thank you to Tammy. Thank you to Sean. Thank you to Sanaya.
Somebody's
Absolutely.
watching the show, I promise. There's a whole lot of emojis going on up top. So,
Amazing.
guys,
That's
before we let
awesome.
you go, and if you want to get hired on anything else, you've got to shout out your socials. Where do you want people to find you? What do you have coming up? That kind of thing. Let the fans know. Tristan, go ahead, buddy.
My Instagram handle is pretty simple. It's my first and last name, Tristan Nokes, Tristan Nokes. And that's normally where I put all my info.
Sweet. I'm at chelsea.edmundson on Instagram and everything else. And I would love for you guys to follow me. I really appreciate it. Kaylee, who's one of the producers on this movie, Snow White and I are developing a film together. It's like a practical magic vibe. It's like Sandy Bullock's Nicole Kidman vibes. We're working on something super fun like that. We like the witchy element. We want something a little softer, a little more femme in between our very bloody, gory, like other movies. And so that's what I'm working on.
Super cool.
Awesome. Speaking of witchy kind of vibes, in October I will be hitting Salem, Massachusetts, and
I
going
told you
back
not to say that too loud.
How fun!
That's cool.
I'm excited. So
Don't bring anything
That's
back
really
with
cool.
you.
we are staying at the Omni, which is actually a hotel, and it's an older hotel, and then we have the room facing the cemetery. So everybody was like, dude, you're gonna have the best time ever there. So I'm looking
Have
forward
the
to that.
best time ever, and look up why the witch trials happened, because feminism. Okay, it was to prevent women from having land. Just make sure you look that up.
Okay. I'll do some research before I go.
No, you won't.
Thank you.
Not really. I'm just gonna have a blast while I'm there. All right, guys. I'm gonna do something, and Mark's gonna stop me. Are you ready for this? From us here.
Not unless you just tell people what's going on Friday.
Oh, you just want me to tell them that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay, perfect. Guys, make sure you tune in this Friday. Special start time. No, special day. Friday. Regular start time.
Friday the 13th.
8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Dude, it's Friday the 13th. Maybe they're gonna release a new song on the show.
I doubt it.
We're gonna have the band Felicity. We listen to their music about halfway through the show, so check those guys out on Spotify. They're on Spotify. They're on Twitter. They're on YouTube,
TikTok. They're on everything.
They sounded really cool.
If you like that earlier, check them out. Give them a follow. The same thing. Make sure you're following Tristan. Make sure you're following Chelsea. This is what makes the world go around, ladies and gentlemen. We're just a couple of knucklehead hosts, Mark and I, and we just wanted to make sure everybody had a great time. And it looks like Amanda said she had a blast. Y'all are flipping amazing. This is fun. So shout out to you, Amanda, for tuning in the entire show. We really appreciate you. #1 fan, I think. All right, so.
And I just want to say on behalf of Tristan and I, please let us into Miami. Thank you.
What? Are you not able to get into Miami?
And Orlando.
Yes.
You gotta go to Orlando now.
Free tickets, please.
We might want to go to Harry Potter, like let us in.
Just not this weekend, because I literally just went last week and it was a 240-minute wait.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting until a little bit
You
later.
do that.
All right. Does anybody have anything else they want to say before I let everybody off the show?
I'm good.
Everybody's good? Mark?
I'm good.
Chelsea?
Evil.
Hey, we got to figure out when we're going to do another military show too.
We'll get together on it. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, from us here at Talking Shit, my name is Brian.
I'm Mark.
This is Chelsea and Tristan. And we're out of here, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Guys.
See you Friday.
Bitch, I'm in the